was a terrible fill. I could have timed that better, but going long here. I wanted a way better fill than that. I shot a market order based on the 15-second chart, but it's okay. On a 15-second chart, I was trying to market order this fair value gap, and I got a pretty bad fill, but it's fine. It just moved really quick. Adding another one to my position there. I'm gonna trail my stop up. There's too many lines on the chart. I have to clear some of this off. My second entry is based on the our current new day opening gap. So my thought process now is Dow has already shown a willingness to work higher. S&P was starting to pick up a little bit of strength. So I was waiting for something in NASDAQ that could suggest that it wants to work higher, at least get back above our 830 open. Again, I didn't get the best fill. It's not really where I wanted to get in at, but it's not bad, but it wasn't my ideal. But the market order, it just happened way too fast. And it's based on the 15-second chart. As far as my stop loss, if we can get any meaningful displacement above these highs, I'll trail it up beneath this down close candle. And I'll treat this as a bullish order block. And my stop will also be beneath our current new day opening gap. And I like that. But I would have to see displacement and a nice closure above a short-term high first. Otherwise, my stop has to stay where it's at. My entries are all at equilibrium or below, so that's something that I like. And what I'm looking at is I'm taking this low and I'm drawing a fib up to that high. Equilibrium is here, and my entries are beneath that midpoint. So even though I didn't get my desired fill, I'm still seeing that as I'm getting in at discount pricing. We have news in about 16 minutes or so. Am I planning a pyramid? I do want to add one more contract. We got news in 15 minutes. And my entries are already high. I did add one more already. I might just stick with what I have. But we have it's hard to see, but we have a small 1 minute fair value gap here. And we stabbed into it. That would have been a good pyramid, but I've added an extra contract, so I'm fine with that. All right, nice displacement. And again, I'm waiting for a meaningful close above the short-term highs, and then I'll move my stop pretty much break even right beneath the low of our current new day opening gap. So it's nice displacement. Gonna trail my stop. So cutting my risk by a very nice margin. Now, if we, if we leave a fair value gap here, I would expect that to act as a breakaway gap. I would want that to stay open, or at least the lower half of it. We have a consolidation accumulating inside of that new day opening gap and finally displace away from it. So I wouldn't want to see much movement. And why is my tag not here? There we go. Gonna take a partial above that short-term high. First trading day of August, I'm gonna bank something there. And we left that breakaway gap, that fair value gap. So I'm gonna lock in some commissions. Now, since I took a partial, if I'm still in the trade by news, then I'll probably just manually close because I don't want whiplash to knock me out and then I give back profits due to slippage or whatnot. So, but that's 13 minutes from now. I think we're likely to see that buy side prior to 10 a.m. So again, we had that fair value gap. You would want to see that stay open. and this is above equilibrium of our implied dealing range, so you wouldn't want to see that offered. We're in the expansion phase. Beautiful delivery. I'm thinking if I want to leave a runner. Now we have news at 10. Because I'm bullish. I'm expecting all-time. I didn't send out the weekly forecast, but I'm expecting all-time highs on the daily chart. And that would be a pretty nice runner, but with high impact news at 10, I'm going to try to be flat by then. And again, that buy side is ATM model buy side. So what I'm watching is this small fair value gap here, and we have volume imbalance, midpoint of the wick. Those are three, excuse me, those are three PD rays I'm looking at, because ideally I wouldn't want to see this traded to. And then you have this fair value gap here. Completely trading or completely filling in this inefficiency to me would be a little iffy, a little suspect. All right, so we're in that imbalance. This is where I tell myself for the trade to still be good, I would have to see immediate feedback. Anything past midpoint of that fair value gap, and it's no bueno for me. And it could still be set to go higher, but it's NASDAQ. I like how ICT says NASDAQ is kind of showing its hand that it's not as strong if we're overlapping those imbalances. Okay, I'm just going to take one off there. And then I'll hold one last contract through 10 o'clock. But I'll pay myself an extra 20 points or whatever. And I'll be a little aggressive with my stop underneath that low, 362.50. And if it takes me out, I have around $1,000 locked in profit or so. All right, and there's my stop. Hopefully it gets me out. Hopefully it gets me out. Okay, trashy fill, but I'm glad I took two partials because it paid for all of that. All right, so that is the business for today. Again, up around 800 bucks. Slippage, got me out. Is this not letting me? Slippage got me out way late. I think my stop was under here, but I'm accepting that risk. So like 20 points, 20 times 40, so an extra 400 bucks in slippage. But I accepted that risk. That's why I paid myself an extra like 400 bucks here. And everybody else, I'll see y'all tomorrow morning for a stream at 9:15. All right, peace.